What is up, everybody? JT Dangerously here once again. I am here to do my official AEW's Double or Nothing 4 2022 predictions. Now, Double or Nothing 4 happens this Sunday, live on pay-per-view, Bleacher Report Live and Fight TV from the sold-out T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, this card for Double or Nothing 4 this year is stacked and incredibly loaded from top to bottom. Now, as of right now, we have 9 fantastic matches with 4 big titles on the line. So I am extremely excited to do my Double or Nothing 4 predictions for you guys this year, and I hope you guys do enjoy. Now, our record coming into Double or Nothing 4 this year after our last AEW pay-per-view, which was Revolution 3, our record was 9-3. So our overall record coming in is 134, 42, and 1. And folks, we're on a winning streak like no other. Because ever since AEW started, we have never had a losing record in any AEW pay-per-view or special, and I'm looking to keep it that way. So hoping this video we will continue this amazing winning streak we're on right now. We're on an unprecedented 21 pay-per-view winning streak, the longest active streak on the channel right now, and hopefully in this video we will extend this winning streak and make it 22 in a row. Hopefully. Now, if you guys haven't checked out all the fantastic videos we put up on the channel on this massive and monster month of May this year on the channel, definitely go check them out if you haven't, guys, because this is the final video in the month of May. So I hope you guys will be able to watch this video and all the fantastic videos we put up on the channel in the month of May this year. And as always, show your support on the channel as always, guys, by watching these videos, super kicking those like buttons, hitting that notification bell, and commenting your picks and your opinions in the comment sections down below. Now, if this is your first time watching my channel today, guys, as a first-time viewer, and this is your first video, boy, you picked the good one if you're a huge fan of All Elite Wrestling like myself, and you're ready for Double or Nothing 4 from the sold-out T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Welcome to the Dangerous Alliance. I'm JT Dangerously. Welcome to the club, because this club is just two. Whoop whoop! Again, thank you guys so very much. Now, other than that, let's get right into these predictions. Now, I do know the finals of the Women's Owen Hart Tournament will be on this show, but I won't predict it in this video until Friday night's Rampage is over. So I'll have that prediction as well as any new matches that are announced for this show in the comment sections down below, but I'm going to do the 9 fantastic matches that have already been determined. Let's start off with the first match, which will happen on the buy-in pre-show. It is a tag team showdown. On one side, you have the team consisting of the premier athlete Tony Nese and the man that represents the Jade Cargill brand, the lawyer himself, Smart Mark Sterling. And their opponents is the dream tag team AEW fans and wrestling fans have been waiting for. It is the team of the very nice, very evil Danhausen and the cold-hearted, handsome Devil Hook. They are Hookhausen. So coming from me in this tag team showdown on the pre-show, if anyone in my comment section is going to pick against Hookhausen in this match, you will be cursed by Danhausen. So coming from me, I am going to go with the dream team Hookhausen to get it done here and defeat the team of the premier athlete Tony Nese and Smart Mark Sterling by any means. And now next matchup. It is for the TBS Championship. Starting off with the challenger. She is representing the Dark Order, and she is getting a second opportunity to become the next TBS champion. She is the Queen Slayer, Anna Jay. And Anna Jay is challenging the undefeated and reigning and defending first ever TBS champion. And if you know her music, making her theme debut on the channel, you'll know who I'm talking about.
A storm is coming.
She is Jade Cargill. Now, this is the second one-on-one meeting between Anna Jay and Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill won the last meeting over Anna Jay back last January on an episode of Rampage. So this is the much-anticipated rematch, but this time on pay-per-view. Now, starting off with Anna Jay first, this is another golden opportunity for a second chance in becoming the next TBS champion and becoming the first loss in Jade Cargill's AEW record, but it's not going to be easy. There is side you have Jade Cargill looking to remain undefeated and continue her reign as the first ever TBS champion, and she's looking to make her 7th title defense a successful one. 7 is a lucky number in Vegas, and Jade Cargill is looking to prove that she is that bitch, and she's looking to walk out of Vegas still undefeated and still the TBS champion. So coming from me in this matchup for the TBS championship, Anna Jay's chances of winning this are as slim as you going to Vegas right now and hitting the jackpot on your first trip to Vegas. So coming from me, I am going to go with Jade Cargill to retain the TBS Championship by any means and remain undefeated and defeat Anna Jay. And now next matchup. It is a triple threat match for the AEW Tag Team Championships. Starting off with the challengers. First, they are looking to become the next AEW Tag Team Champions. They are the team of Swerve Strickland and the man that says to bask in his glory, the Limitless One, Keith Lee. Next, they are both representing Team Taz, and they are looking to become the next AEW Tag Team Champions, the team of Powerhouse Hobbs and the reigning FTW Champion, Absolute Ricky Starks. And both these challenging tag teams are challenging the 6th reigning and defending AEW Tag Team Champions. They will be accompanied by the Instant Classic Christian Cage. They are the team of Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. They are the Jurassic Express. Now, this matchup could be an absolute banger because this is the second triple threat match the Jurassic Express are defending their tag team titles. They defended the titles at Revolution against the Young Bucks and Red Dragon, and now this is their second triple threat title defense. Now, starting off with Swerve and Keith Lee, this is a pretty damn good tag team. After Swerve debuted at Revolution 3 a couple months ago, he teamed up with the Limitless One, Keith Lee, and they have been one of the top teams in AEW, and a chance to pull off a huge upset and walk out of Vegas, the AEW Tag Team Champions. There is the idea of the Team Taz squad of Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks, team that I think have maybe the best chance of pulling off the upset here because they have teamed a lot longer than Swerve and Keith Lee. And with Ricky Starks, the FTW champion, with the Powerhouse Hobbs, Team Taz is looking to bring some tag team gold back to their faction. There's the idea of the Jurassic Express looking to continue their first reign as the AEW Tag Team Champions, and they're looking to make their 7th title defense a successful one. There's that number again. 7 is a lucky number in Vegas. Now, Christian Cage picked this match for the Jurassic Express. And you have to say, the Jurassic Express have been fighting champions ever since beating the Lucha Brothers all the way back in January of this year. But I think this is their stiffest and toughest test, and I feel like the X Factor in this is definitely going to be Christian Cage, because I'm hearing a lot of people thinking that he's going to turn on Jungle Boy, turn on the Jurassic Express, and go heel like his best friend Edge is doing on Monday Night Raw with Judgment Day and his new persona. So the big X factor in this triple threat match is definitely Christian Cage. But Jurassic Express is looking to walk out of Vegas, once again, still the AEW Tag Team Champions. So coming from me in this huge triple threat match for the AEW Tag Team titles, like I said, I think Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks are the team that definitely could pull off the upset. But for me, I am going to go with the Jurassic Express to retain the AEW Tag Team titles by any means and defeat Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks and Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee in a tag team triple threat banger. And now next matchup, it is a huge 6-man tag team grudge match. On one side, they are the team consisting of Rey Fenix, Pentagon Oscuro, and the Bastard Pac. They are Death Triangle. And their opponents, consisting of Buddy Matthews, the SoCal Monster Brody King, and the Prince of Darkness Malachi Black. They are the House of Black. So coming from me in this 6-man tag team battle and the ongoing war between Death Triangle and the House of Black, this matchup has the potential to be an absolute 6-man tag team banger on this show. But coming from me, I am going to go with the House of Black to get it done and defeat Death Triangle by any means. Because in Vegas, the house always wins. And now next matchup, it is a one-on-one personal grudge match with a lot at stake. On one side, he is looking to be free of his contract if he wins this match, but if he loses, he can never sign with AEW. He is the most over wrestler in AEW right now, and he's looking to start a Powerbomb Symphony. And if you know his music, you'll know who I'm talking about.
This is war. This is war. Yes, yes, war. This is war.
He is Mr. Mayhem, War Dog himself, Wardlow. And his opponent is the leader of the Pinnacle, and he is the man that says he's better than you, and you know it. He is indeed the salt of the earth, and if you know his music, you'll know who I'm talking about. He is Maxwell Jacob Freeman, MJF. Now, as of right now, this matchup has not been confirmed yet, but by this Wednesday on Dynamite, after the steel cage match between Wardlow and Shawn Spears, if Wardlow can win this matchup will be official. Now, for Wardlow, this is a must-win match, because if he wins this match, he'll be free of MJF's contract. But if he loses, he can never sign with All Elite Wrestling. So there's a reward from Wardlow if he wins, but there's a huge risk if he loses. And Wardlow has taken everything that MJF has brought him, from butchers, from Murder Hawk Monsters, to 7-foot-tall W. Morrissey from Impact Wrestling, from the 10 straps that he got this past Wednesday on Dynamite. He smiled and took it. And the fact that he is the most over wrestler in AEW right now, and during this rivalry, it's amazing. And he is looking to powerbomb MJF to hell multiple times. There's how you have MJF looking to do it himself and finally end Wardlow's AEW career by beating him here. He's just, well, this matchup, but the thing is, the matchup may never happen if MJF helps Shawn Spears beat Wardlow on Wednesday night in that cage match. But I have a feeling that Wardlow will win that cage match, with MJF getting hit with a steel chair and Wardlow using MJF to count the 1, 2, 3, a la the Over the Edge 1998 McMahon Dude Love Austin, when Dude Love hit McMahon with a chair and Austin used Vince McMahon's hand to count to 3 by his hand only. But MJF has thrown everything at him. He has thrown everything at Wardlow, from Lance Archer, the Butcher, W. Morrissey. He's putting him through hoop after hoop, but he just finds the way to get through it. And Wardlow and MJF, now he has to do it on his own. He has to get it done. And if you think MJF doesn't have a chance, he has a small chance of pulling off maybe the biggest upset in AEW history and ending Wardlow's AEW career before it even goes to the stratosphere. So coming from me in this personal one-on-one grudge match, and if Wardlow wins this match, he will be free of MJF's contract, but if he loses, he can never sign with All Elite Wrestling. Oh boy, this one's going to be good. This has been maybe the best build match other than the main event, and this has been the best build match on this whole show in my opinion, because it started at Revolution. So this has been the slow build, but it's been an amazing build, and I feel like it's going to have an amazing finish. But coming from me, I am going to go with Mr. Mayhem himself, Wardlow, to get it done and be free of his contract and defeat MJF by any means in a powerbomb symphony banger. And now next matchup. It is the finals of the first ever Owen Hart tournament. On one side, you will have the winner of the semifinal showdown that will happen this Wednesday on Dynamite on TBS between the Undisputed Elite's members Kyle O'Reilly facing off against the Ring of Honor television champion, the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. And whoever wins that matchup on Wednesday will be facing the leader of the Undisputed Elite and the only man in Ring of Honor history to hold the Ring of Honor World title 3 times. And if you know his music, you'll know who I'm talking about, baby.
You know it's all about the
Adam Cole, baby. You know it's all about the boom. He is Adam Cole, and that's Adam Cole, baby! Now, we will find out this Wednesday who will be facing Adam Cole in the finals of the first ever Owen Hart tournament. Now, if you're asking me who I think will win on Wednesday between Kyle O'Reilly and the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe, We've seen Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole before. We saw it in Ring of Honor. We saw it in NXT. I don't think we're going to get it here in AEW just yet. So for me, I want to see Samoa Joe versus Adam Cole, because these two have not met each other or seen each other since the last days of their days in NXT, when Joe was Regal's heavy and Adam Cole got in the face of Samoa Joe and Joe put him to sleep. So for me, it has to be, for the finals of the Owen Hart tournament, be Samoa Joe versus Adam Cole. Now, I will have to give a lot of credit to Dynamite Downloads SPD, because he gave us a theory that I didn't even think of. Adam Cole's in the finals of the Owen Hart men's tournament. Britt Baker can get to the Owen Hart women's final and win it, and Cole and Baker could be the power couple of AEW, winning both the Owen Hart tournament. So I got to give a lot of praise and shout out to Dynamite Downloads SPD for that amazing thought, because I didn't even think of that until now. So there's a possible chance that Cole and Britt Baker could be winning this tournament. So coming from me in the finals of the first ever men's Owen Hart tournament, I wouldn't be mad if Samoa Joe wins this, or Kyle O'Reilly if he finds a way to pull off the upset on Wednesday. But for me, I am going to go with Adam Cole, baby, to win it and get it done and defeat either Kyle O'Reilly or Samoa Joe by any means. And that is the Undisputed Elite. And now next matchup. It is the first ever Anarchy in the Arena match. On one side, you have the team consisting of Santana and Ortiz, members of the Blackpool Combat Club, the American Dragon Bryan Danielson, Death Rider Jon Moxley, and the Mad King Eddie Kingston. And their opponents, all representing the Jericho Appreciation Society, consisting of the Big Hurt Jake Hager, Matt Menard, Angelo Parker, Red Death Daniel Garcia, and the leader of the Jericho Appreciation Society, the only man in World Wrestling Federation history to defeat The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin in the same night to become the first ever undisputed World Wrestling Federation champion. He is the former and record-setting 9-time WWE Intercontinental Champion. He is a former IWGP Intercontinental Champion as well, and he was the very first AEW World Champion. He is known by many names, such as the best in the world at what he does, the highlight of the night, the king of the world, Le Champion himself, the demo god, the painmaker, but he is now known as the Wizard, Chris Jericho. Now, this has been brewing ever since the Inner Circle was completely disbanded and was named now the Jericho Appreciation Society. And it all started with Eddie Kingston and Santana and Ortiz. And it really started that revolution after Eddie Kingston beat Chris Jericho via submission, which nobody saw that coming. But it escalated even more when a couple episodes of Dynamite, when Chris Jericho threw a fireball into Eddie Kingston's face. That's why he's calling himself a wizard, because he could throw a fireball in your face, because I'm a wizard. And it escalated even more when the Blackpool Combat Club got involved with William Regal, Bryan Danielson, and Jon Moxley. Wheeler Yuta is in Japan fighting in the Best of Super Juniors tournament, and best of luck to him there. But this matchup got really interesting, because originally Jericho wanted to have a sports entertainment match, the Stadium Stampede match, but Jon Moxley said, nah, I ain't doing that shit. And he wanted just a pro wrestling Anarchy in the Arena match. A match that has no rules, anything goes. We're going to see blood, we're going to see everything. We're going to see chaos in this match in Las Vegas. And this matchup definitely favors the Eddie Kingston squad, because all these guys just love violence. I mean, Jon Moxley loves violence. Bryan Danielson loves violence. Eddie Kingston loves violence. Santana and Ortiz love violence. So this matchup is almost tailor-made for Eddie Kingston's team to win. Their side of the Jericho Appreciation Society looking to prove that they are the next new faction in AEW. Now, yes, Chris Jericho is a reinventor. He started the Inner Circle in 2019. He ended the Inner Circle in 2021 and started this crew. And I love that they're telling people to Jericho's telling people to appreciate him. Sound familiar? It reminds me a lot of what the Bloodline is doing on SmackDown with Roman Reigns with Acknowledge Me. There's and in AEW it's Appreciate Jericho. And I was hesitant to think this crew can do it, because I like Daniel Garcia, I like Jake Hager, but the former 2.0 guys, Matt Menard and Angelo Parker, I don't know a lot about. But if Jericho thinks they're good, He knows what he's doing. Look what he did with the Inner Circle with Sammy, Santana Ortiz, and Jake Hager. But this matchup is definitely out of their wheelhouse. I mean, Jericho, sure, he's a tough son of a bitch. Daniel Garcia is a tough son of a bitch. Jake Hager, an MMA star. But the big question is, can Angelo Parker and Matt Menard step up to what Jericho's level is? So coming from me in the first ever Anarchy in the Arena match, this is going to be an absolute wild and chaotic match. And I have a funny feeling we're going to see a lot of crazy spots. We're going to see a lot of blood. And it's going to be pro wrestling versus sports entertainment. So coming from me, the big question coming in is if Bryan Danielson's leg is okay. We did see what happened on Dynamite. His leg got caught in the entrance ramp, which is such a weird injury to have. And you see Eddie Kingston and Daniel Bryan do not like each other. So there is some cracks on that team. So coming from me, I'm going to go with a slight upset. I may get this one completely wrong, but I am going to go with the Jericho Appreciation Society to pull off the upset because they're a much well-oiled team instead of the Kingston team that has some cracks. But I am going to go with the Jericho Appreciation Society to get it done and defeat the team of Eddie Kingston, Santana and Ortiz, Bryan Danielson, and Jon Moxley by any means in an absolute Anarchy in the Arena banger. And now next matchup. It is a tag team dream match wrestling and AEW fans have been waiting for. On one side, they are the former Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, the former two-time Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the former WCW Tag Team Champions, the former Raw Tag Team Champions, the former SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and the former six-time WWF Tag Team Champions. And if you know their music making their theme debut on the channel, you'll know who I'm talking about. They are Matt, Jeff, the Hardy Boys, and their opponents are representing the Undisputed Elite, and they are the former and only 7-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, the former IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, the former 4-time PWG Tag Team Champions, the former AAA Tag Team Champions, the former 3-time Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, and the former AEW Tag Team Champions. In my opinion, they are the best tag team in the world today, and if you know their music, you'll know who I'm talking about in Las Vegas. Are you ready for Super Kick Party! They are Matt, Nick, the Young Bucks. Now this is the 6th one-on-one meeting between the Hardys and the Young Bucks. The series is tied 2-2-1. Now, the Hardys' last victory over the Young Bucks, you have to go all the way back to Northeast Wrestling's Autumn Ambush, all the way back in 2014. Now, the Bucks' last victory over the Hardys, you have to go all the way back to Ring of Honor's Supercard of Honor 9, all the way back in 2017 in that ladder match before the Hardys went to the WWE. Now, this matchup is a dream tag team match I think wrestling fans like myself have been waiting for. It's the best tag team in one generation versus the best tag team in this generation. And you know, when it comes to tag team wrestling in AEW, they treat it like they treat it so better than any other company. And the Hardys being in AEW is so big. I mean, it's one of the greatest tag teams in professional wrestling. I mean, they were there through the Attitude Era, from the Ruthless Aggression Era, and being part of so many other companies with the Gold Expedition, when they went to AAA, when they went to Impact, when they went to Ring of Honor. This is a tag team that has been around the world twice. And the fact that they're in AEW wrestling the Young Bucks here at a pay-per-view, it is massive and it is huge. And it's a big matchup for the Hardys. There's the idea of the Young Bucks looking to prove that they are the best tag team in the world today. And if it wasn't for the Hardys, the Young Bucks wouldn't be who they are today. They polarized their whole image on the Hardy Boys. And the Young Bucks haven't wrestled a lot on pay-per-view. I mean, the last time they wrestled a one-on-one tag team match, it's been a couple months. I mean, their last match was at Revolution with Red Dragon facing the Jurassic Express in that triple threat match. But we haven't seen them a lot on Dynamite. We haven't seen them a lot on Rampage. We've just seen them, but they haven't like tag team in a while. But the Hardy Boys have. But this matchup is definitely personal for the Young Bucks. They're looking to prove to the Hardys that they are the tag team in professional wrestling right now. And they're looking to get it done here. So coming from me in this tag team dream match between Delete versus Elite, this is going to be one of the picks that's going to either make or break this amazing winning streak, because this is a 50-50 pick. This is a toss-up pick because I love the Hardy Boys. I've watched them throughout the years when they were in the WWE, when they were in Ring of Honor, TNA, and now being in AEW, it's huge. But I'm also a huge fan of the Young Bucks, who have done a lot for this company and this business. They have literally killed the business in a good way. But coming from me, I may get this one wrong, but I am going to go with the Young Bucks to get it done here and defeat the Hardy Boys by any means in an absolute tag team classic. And now next matchup. It is for the AEW Women's Championship. Starting off with the challenger. She is looking to become the next AEW Women's Champion. She is the woman of 1,000 holds. She is the professor and the former NWA Women's Champion, Serena Deeb. And Serena Deeb is challenging the 5th reigning and defending first ever Mexican-born AEW Women's Champion. And if you know her music, you'll know who I'm talking about. She is La Mira Mira Thunder Rosa. Now this is the 4th one-on-one meeting between Serena Deeb and Thunder Rosa. The Serena Deeb leads the all-time series 2-1. Now Serena Deeb's last victory over Thunder Rosa happened on November 18th of 2020 on an episode of AEW Dynamite for the NWA Women's Championship. And Rosa's last victory over Serena Deeb happened on September 2nd of 2020 on an episode of AEW Dynamite. So these two have not met each other in over 2 years. Now starting off with Serena Deeb first, this matchup is extremely personal to her. A chance to become the next AEW Women's Champion, but we all saw that promo she started on Wednesday with Dustin Rhodes. She was talking about all the past bullshit she had to go through with Vince McMahon and the WWE, and the flat-out disrespect she's getting in AEW. I mean, she's got victories over Hikaru Shida, and yet everybody thinks she's a fantastic technical wrestler, but a lot of people don't think of her as a threat in the women's championship division. So this is a big matchup for her. And history at Double or Nothing makes Serena Deeb a heavy favorite. Their side, you have Thunder Rosa looking to continue her reign as the AEW Women's Champion, and she's looking to make her 3rd title defense a successful one. Now for me, I think Serena Deeb is Thunder Rosa's biggest and stiffest test as the AEW Women's Champion. And history at Double or Nothing makes Thunder Rosa a heavy underdog. Because here's a Double or Nothing dangerous fact. The AEW Women's title has changed hands the last 2 Double or Nothings. It changed hands in 2020 when Hikaru Shida defeated Nyla Rose, and then it changed hands last year when Britt Baker beat Hikaru Shida. So will history repeat itself and we see a new AEW Women's Champion or Serena Deeb, or will Thunder Rosa overcome all the history and walk out still the AEW Women's Champion? So coming from me in this huge matchup for the AEW Women's title, this one, I know a lot of people, there's not a lot of build to it, but this matchup could absolutely be a banger. But coming from me, I am going to go with La Mira Mira herself, Thunder Rosa, to retain the AEW Women's title by any means and defeat the Professor, the woman of 1,000 holds, Serena Deeb, in a banger. And now, it's time for the main event. It is for the AEW World Championship. Starting off with the challenger. He is a former Ring of Honor World Champion, a former 2-time Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion, a former 3-time World Heavyweight Champion, and the former 2-time WWE Champion, which he held for 434 days, and now he's looking to become the next AEW World Champion. And if you know his music, you'll know who I'm talking about. What do you see? The cult of personality. I know you're angry. I know you're trash. I'll be everything you wanna be. Oh, I'm the cult of personality. He is the best in the world, CM Punk. And CM Punk is challenging the 4th reigning and defending AEW World Champion. He is the man that says, hold my beer, I'm about to do some cowboy shiznit. And if you know his music, you'll know who I'm talking about. He is Hangman Adam Page. Now, you talk about a main event matchup. This is it. CM Punk versus Hangman Adam Page for the AEW title. It doesn't get any bigger than this. Now, starting off with CM Punk first, you talk about a golden opportunity. His first shot at the AEW World Championship and his first title match in over 7 long years. And it's crazy to think the last time CM Punk was a world champion in a company, he was the WWE Champion going into the Royal Rumble of 2013. So Punk has not been a world champion in over 9 long years. And Punk said it himself, this is the biggest match of his entire career. And would be an amazing story. Punk comes back after a 7-year hiatus, has classic matches with MJF, and now he's just 1 victory away from being the champion of AEW. And history at Double or Nothing makes CM Punk a heavy underdog. But we all know Punk luck is for losers. Their side, you have Hangman Adam Page looking to continue his reign as the AEW World Champion. And he's looking to make his 6th title defense a successful one. Now, Hangman Page has taken on all comers in this first reign as the AEW Champion ever since beating the Best Bout Machine Kenny Omega at Full Gear last November. He has taken on all comers from Bryan Danielson, going 60 minutes with him, beating Bryan Danielson. He went through the Texas Death Match with Lance Archer. He went through Adam Cole at Revolution and in that Texas Death Match on Good Friday. He has taken on all comers, but for me, this is Hangman Adam Page's stiffest and toughest test as AEW Champion, because if you can beat CM Punk in a main event match, that gives your title reign a hell of a lot of credibility. No offense to Danielson, no offense to Kenny Omega, Lance Archer, Adam Cole, but beating Punk in his first main event match in over 9 years, it'd be huge for Hangman Adam Page. It would be a huge notch on his belt. And history at Double or Nothing makes Hangman Adam Page the heavy favorite, because here is a Double or Nothing dangerous fact. The AEW title has never changed hands at Double or Nothing. AEW champions here are 2-0. Moxley won in 2020. Kenny Omega won last year. So will Hangman Page make it 3-0 for AEW champions here at Double or Nothing, or will CM Punk go into the summer as the Summer of Punk and the AEW Champion? So coming from me in this monumental main event match for the AEW title, this is going to be maybe the hardest pick I'll ever make in AEW pay-per-view predictions, because I love CM Punk. I was happy he came back after 7 years. I'm happy he's getting this opportunity, and it would be such an amazing moment if CM Punk walks out of Vegas the AEW champion, going into Forbidden Door in Chicago in the United Center. But for me, I gotta be honest, CM Punk has to face Kenta at Forbidden Door. I think that matchup has to happen. It's GTS versus GTS. Sure, I wouldn't mind seeing CM Punk face either Kazuchika Okada or my boy Switchblade Jay White at Forbidden Door, but the dream matchup fans want to see there is Punk versus Kenta. So coming from me, this is a 50-50 pick. I either get this right or I get this wrong, but I am going to go with my gut, and I am going to go with Hangman Adam Page to retain the AEW title by any means and defeat CM Punk in a main event banger. And those are my AEW's Double or Nothing 4 2022 predictions. Now, I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching this video today. Comment below, who do you see winning that massive main event match for the AEW title between CM Punk and Hangman Adam Page? Who do you see winning? I got Page retaining the AEW title, but let me know what you guys think. Who do you see walking out the AEW Women's Champion between Serena, Deeb, and Thunder Rosa? Who do you see winning the Anarchy in the Arena match? Who do you see winning the tag team titles in the triple threat match? Who do you see winning between MJF and Wardlow? Let me know all of your picks in the comment section, and let me know what match on this show are you highly excited for. For me, it's Punk and Hangman Adam Page and the Young Bucks and the Hardy Boys. But let me know what you guys think. Let's have a conversation about it. Of course, I'm always on to see your comment, like it, and of course reply right back to you, because comments and your opinions are absolutely always welcome on this channel. Now, I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching all the videos on this amazing, massive month of May on the channel this year, guys. Again, thank you guys so very much. I'm truly blessed to have each and every one of you part of this dangerous alliance, and we're going into a very small month in the month of June on the channel. We do have Eastern and Western Conference Finals for the Stanley Cup playoffs coming up. We got NBA Finals predictions for the NBA playoffs. We got Dominion coming up in Osaka Joe Hall between my boy Switchblade Jay White looking to become the undisputed IWGP champion when he faces Kazuchika Okada. And we also have that huge super show for AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling at the end of the month of June with Forbidden Door. So again, I want to thank you guys so very much for an amazing month of May on the channel. Again, thank you guys for all the support. I am truly blessed again to have you guys part of this dangerous alliance, and hopefully you guys will continue that support into a very good month in the month of June. Now, before you guys go, as always, you guys can never forget to do this. That like button, comment, share with your friends. Of course, super kick that like button like only you guys can. Of course, you guys can never forget to do this as well. That subscribe button, become part of this bigger and dangerous alliance. We're over 1,000 subscribers on the channel, guys. Again, thank you guys so very much for all the support. And if you guys are not subscribed to the channel yet, what are you guys waiting for? If you're a fan of professional wrestling, when it comes to All Elite Wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Ring of Honor Wrestling, and the WWE, and you're a fan of professional sports when it comes to the NBA, the NHL, Major League Baseball, the NFL, and college football, super kick that subscribe button, folks. It's free, and you become part of this bigger, dangerous alliance. And I will see you guys on June 6th for my official New Japan Pro Wrestling's Dominion 2022 predictions. Switchblade Okada 5, Carl Anderson, Tamatonga 2, and Shingo and Taichi 4 for the KOPW trophy. Later days, guys. Have a wonderful rest of the month. See you guys in June. Later days. Stay safe and peace.